Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Phoenix, and welcome to another review here on Pez of the Mind. So, today we are here to talk about the recent comic book film Deadpool.
Skull Ball.
Skull Poople. Yes, indeed. Joining me, as you can see from the little squares down there, we have, of course, our resident comic book expert, Chriz the Mole,
Hello.
and also Anastasia Lazerbeam,
Hey.
who
She
seems
doesn't
very
get a title.
tired.
She didn't get a title.
That's okay.
Like Ryan Reynolds lover.
Nah.
Not particularly.
And our female contingent who want to bang Deadpool.
You already introduced yourself.
Ha! Alright.
Thank you.
So Deadpool, if you haven't seen it, it's still in most theaters. Go see it. But, yeah. Do not bring kids to this movie as much as you might. Oh, I don't care if it's R-rated. My kids, don't take your kids to see this fucking movie. You're a horrible parent. Don't do it.
It's just really inadvisable because it's rated R for a reason, and not just like violence, but it's got like a lot of like sex references and gore and swear words, and pretty much it's rated R for every reason. Or in the UK it's what's the UK version of R?
I think it's 18, isn't it?
I believe it's either rated 15 or 18. It's one of the two. Because some of your R's are 15, some are 18s.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to be thorough.
Understandable. Excuse me. So yeah, for those of you that haven't seen this movie, of course, based on the comic book character Deadpool, known for such things as his healing factor that makes him nigh unkillable, and his both hilarious sarcasm while performing ridiculous feats of murder on people, and frequently breaking the fourth wall and being aware that he's a comic book character, and also known for the character like recently. But the movie did a good job.
You were broken up then. Are you plugged in?
I am not. I probably should have done that. Sorry. Continue while I plug it.
Alright, well, yay, this movie got off the ground, and woo, it's really awesome. Yay! Ryan Reynolds, you were redeemed from Green Lantern.
Green Lantern wasn't the worst thing ever.
That wasn't the worst, but it was still unpleasant.
Yeah,
Don't make the costume green or animated.
Yeah, to be fair, there's been a lot worse films out there than the Green Lantern one.
I'm just saying that something he did was recently bad, now he did something good.
If you had to do something he did recently that was bad, wouldn't it be R.I.P.D.?
Oh, I did not see that.
Because like I made the case, the Green Lantern film wasn't bad per se. It's just one of those films of because people were disappointed by it, it's the worst film ever. It's like it's really not.
Only my problem with it was just the worst use of lantern I've ever seen.
Which that doesn't make it a bad film.
It doesn't make a bad film. It just made me sad every time I think of like what the Green Lantern was used for. Anyway.
Yeah, well, the one thing I'll admit about that movie, it didn't totally sell me, but the one thing I will admit about that movie is that Ryan Reynolds sounded really badass reading the oath.
That is true.
And Sinestro is badass.
That's
yes, Sinestro was amazing. Thank you, Mark Strong.
Yeah, so, but anyway, this is pretty awesome.
Just too bad he wasn't Sinestro until the end credits scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because then it builds him up.
Yeah,
That's
to nothing.
Yeah, but if it had a sequel, it's like if you're going to be like that and say, well, to nothing, cool. Tell us again how all those Hulkbusters go around from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm.
Tell us again how Thanos was in the next film.
Yeah, they started cock teasing Thanos way too early, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but no, this film was good.
It was a great movie.
And also, it was actually really short, but it didn't feel like it was too short. It just felt like it was like every scene was there and worthwhile.
Yeah, it was a good length, and you were into it, so it didn't feel like it was taking forever to get through.
Yeah, it was a short film because, to be fair, it had to be. Based on this same script or the same story, the story was really simple. If they had dragged that out longer with what it was, it probably would have lost its flair within like another 30 minutes or an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see, because they were saying that when they do the DVD Blu-ray release, it's going to be an extended cut of the movie, because I think they said something like what you see on screen is about 70% of what they shot, so there's another 30% that we haven't seen. That, according to information, involves a lot more gore and a lot more Ryan Reynolds cock. So,
See, I just imagine that's gross because I still imagine him in like the Deadpool like diseased skin stuff. So that's like,
you
Yeah.
look like an avocado fucked an older avocado.
no, but literally because it'll be like a saggy old dick.
Now, one thing I won't say about this film, and I say this because I know too many reviews are saying, "Oh, the film's just too smug or it's too full of itself," and that's a negative because every time it makes a joke, you get a sense of I enjoy that. It's like, but to be fair, that's the character.
Yeah.
That's literally how the comics are written. You can't just say, you can't put that as a negative.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. That's, you go into the movie expecting that they're going to be referencing the fact that they're in a movie and doing that fourth wall breaking stuff.
Best Colossus ever.
That was a great Colossus.
It was a very good Colossus.
Or she's introduced a CGI character.
Mm-hmm. And I also loved his sidekick.
Oh, I just remembered her name. Oh, it's Megasonic Teenage Warhead. That was it.
Yeah, which I made the case to, I think it was Rick the other day, but I also made it to another friend of mine. I swear that was the perfect parody of Wolverine.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I think you were in the podcast when I mentioned that. With Wolverine, essentially speaking, with Rogue for movie fans, or Jubilee for people smart enough to have read a comic, basically what Wolverine does is he's always Mr. Cool, like, yeah, I'm so cool. I mean, he's got a teenage girl with him. He's always like, oh my god, he's so awesome, and they're trying to help him out. Deadpool gets a teenage girl with him, and she's like not interested. It's just like so cool, like a teenage girl style cool, and he's just like, oh my god, she's like the best, and it's like, that's awesome. I don't know why, that's kind of cool. Like the amount of times he was like, she's just so cool.
That is the coolest thing ever. Can we trade? That was good.
Yeah, she was great in this film.
Yeah.
I will say her comics counterpart had different powers. Don't care.
So she was actually from the comic. That wasn't just a made-up character.
Yeah, she was from the comics.
Okay, because I know a lot of people were wondering that.
But they shouldn't have been.
That's a lot of reviews where people were like, I don't know if this is a character from the comics.
Which means they probably don't read comics.
I clearly don't read comics. No. Fair enough.
Either A, they don't read comics, or B, they're too lazy, which is worse, to just use Google.
Yeah.
So
You could literally Google her and see the answer. If you're too stupid or lazy to have Googled,
fair enough.
just put that out there.
So what was her name in the comics?
Same exact name.
Same
what are her powers though?
Yeah, same name.
Oh.
It's just saying her powers worked a little differently, but I don't care because, like I said, she was more obscure and she was like a blank slate in terms of what they've done with her. Therefore, what they did in Deadpool works because it's like, okay, it's true to the character to a certain degree. Yeah, the powers are different, but it's really fun, and at least this is getting the character used.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. Surprised you only see two of them in that big mansion. It's almost like they couldn't afford any more X-Men.
Yep.
Yeah. I also thought the woman who played I forget her name now, love interest.
Vanessa.
Yeah. No, I mean the actor's name I was trying to think of, but
Oh well, the character was Vanessa. Fair enough.
yeah. So she did I felt also really good role.
Yeah, I like that. I know some people complained there was too much love, but yeah, I liked it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. One thing I read, that character is that supposed to be Copycat?
She is supposed to be a character, yes.
Okay. That'd be cool. That'd be cool if she got powers in the sequel and was able to fight with him. That'd be a badass.
But yeah, like I said, I like the film. The credits were awesome from the beginning,
Oh yeah.
and instantly get you hooked with stuff like, oh, a British villain and stuff. I loved that. That was genius.
That's the one you pick out.
Yeah, why not? But you have all stuff like that, which is on like a hot chick and stuff, which I like that. And then
God's perfect creation.
yeah, but it just keeps building, and I like that. And then it goes like director, and it was like overpriced tool.
Overpaid prick, yeah.
Yeah,
Produced by Asshats.
yeah. Writers, the real heroes here.
Yeah,
or
that was
whatever.
great. That was a good one.
But which in itself is awesome and just takes the piss a little bit. But I just like I said, I love them, and it just slowly starts to build with different humor, different stuff, and the story is not the best. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's not the best.
It's basically just a means to allow everything to go on.
It is, but that's why I like what they did with the first half of the movie, because what they did with the first half of the movie is they effectively start off with, okay, Deadpool's in an action scene, and then he basically is flashing back to his origin story periodically over the course. They're going between the origin story and this fight scene until such time as about halfway through the film when he gets caught up, and then things go forward from there. But it was a great way to do it, so you wouldn't just have, oh, here's the boring backstory, because you can intersplice that with Deadpool doing cool fighting moves in between to keep people interested.
Yeah, which is sort of like what Man of Steel did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The origin story where you swap between them.
Yeah.
It's just good. I like that, but like I said, the actual story itself is not the best story.
It was very simple.
Yeah, it's
However,
basic.
what they filled it out with was still really enjoyable. It's true enough to the character, and it's just fun. And I say true enough to the character because it's the character when he's wrote really well,
Properly.
not when he's wrote, I don't know, like really crap. Like everyone might like, oh, I know, Deadpool, he just breaks the fourth wall. Let's just write those jokes. And it's like, no, you need something else there. You can't just do those jokes and expect it to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also I say I like the effects as well, like especially like the numbers on the bullets and stuff, or like his little baby hand.
It's funny because as he addressed with the joke Jim mentioned, this didn't really have a budget, and that's one of its wonderfulnesses. Some of the effects were simple looking at effects, but that's why they worked.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tip off. Idiot! Bad Deadpool!
And I like how like almost I'm not gonna say like in every scene, but like in a lot of scenes, just in background, and then there's always just a real attention to detail and little things.
Oh, yeah.
Like they actually made. I'm hoping this was made just for the movie, and it didn't actually sell the Wolverine Origins Deadpool action figure.
They probably did so.
They probably sold that, yeah, sadly. But that was cool.
It was just funny that it was there.
Which, to be fair, I didn't hate the Wolverine Origins Deadpool. I'll just say that now, just because he was better than Deadpool when he's wrote wrong.
I would say I liked that character as a character. He just wasn't Deadpool. If that guy had another name, it would have been like, that is a badass character. He has all the powers and swords in his arms. That was awesome.
But I put you, most of the times when they mess him up, when they write him, he's not Deadpool, but people just go, oh, it's funny, so we'll just pretend it's okay. It's like, no, he's supposed to be a parody of the industry, not the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine line. When a parody stops being a parody and starts being something when it's something else, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe when he murders everybody because he doesn't think they deserve? He doesn't think it's worth anybody living in a fictional world.
Yep. And it's just pointless.
Yeah, kind of. Although I will admit, I did chuckle a little bit when Professor X tried to wipe his mind in that thing, and then he saw what Devil's Body was like, oh my god, and then he just freaking mind paralyzed.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So, I think I read the review by the one who did Guardians of the Galaxy about why they didn't think the movie would be a giant success, so they don't exactly get it. And now that they're probably just gonna go with more R-rated movies because that's what they think everyone likes, but in actuality, it's just something that was well written to the
Yeah.
source material.
And if Fox can pull off the well-written R-rated movies, more power to them. It gives them a more defined niche in the superhero genre because Bob Iger over at Disney came out and said the official Marvel Cinematic Universe will not be doing any R-rated movies. So, good
I
for
have
Fox.
to, and I have to say, Pew, it wasn't from the person who did Guardians of the Galaxy. He was counteracting it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just throwing that out there because he was a huge defender of this film. The guy that made Guardians of the Galaxy defended this because it was actually from one of your magazines like Rolling Stone or Time or one of them shit ones.
Mhm.
Basically, it was basically they think Hollywood would do more R-rated, which to be fair, to its credit, he's not wrong.
Mhm.
Because already Sony's looking to make a new Venom and just go forward with Venom.
Yeah. The only problem is then you also get things like, oh, we're going to release an R-rated Superman Batman DVD. It's like, yeah, we need that.
Actually, we kind of do.
You think so?
As the director said, the reason it's because he wanted to narrow it down. The only reason it's going to be rated R on the thing isn't because they added more swearing or blood or anything like that. It's because some of the actual scenes, when he had it as it was intended, and the actual scenes from the comic were deemed too intense for anything were deemed too intense for PG-13. And I'm like, well, to be fair, that's cool. I don't mind that. And releasing it in the cinema as one, and then releasing a DVD as the other, that's perfectly fine. Like, I think Deadpool should have had a PG-13 release somewhere because they were advertising this crap when they were advertising it when they were doing like Star Wars. Like, we literally had a Deadpool trailer at the beginning of Star Wars.
That's interesting.
I can understand
We
that.
had a Civil War trailer.
Yeah, over here we had Deadpool, Man and Superman v Batman, and a few others, which they were all apparently the ones that were chosen for the film. Not just here, apparently over there, a load of them had the same ones.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, cool.
I wouldn't have put Deadpool in front of that movie, personally.
Well, they did have the pun is they
I
had
wouldn't
a
call
very
that a movie,
aggressive
personally.
marketing campaign, which was very awesome.
Oh, come on, that's not a movie. That's literally just Mary Sue.
Eh.
But yeah, they had an amazing marketing campaign up until this point with all his. They're almost to the point of there was so much of them. They're almost like vlogs via Deadpool.
Kind of. And then even continuing post film, there was that a big online petition to get Deadpool to host Saturday Night Live, and Ryan Reynolds responded to this by doing a fake a parody leak tape that's parodying the leak tape that Kanye did when he was on SNL, and he was like cursing and shit about it, and
Yeah.
Deadpool parodied that. Like that was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Yep. Which, yeah, the marketing for this was genius. I still
Yeah.
love Skull Poople.
Skull was great.
That was the best one for me.
That was good.
Yeah.
I also liked how he then got in a Twitter debate with Evans and Downey about which side in the Civil War Deadpool would be on.
I like how it ends like, I can't be trusted.
Yeah. But like I said, the film itself, I really did. Like I said, I enjoyed the film. I really did. My favourite line was still when he goes with the whole professors, like, oh, he does the which one is it line. I just thought that was funny.
These timelines are so confusing. That was a great line. I like that.
There's a lot of good things from multiple areas put together to make one pretty good film.
Yeah, overall the film was an origin story for Deadpool, a very simple origin story for Deadpool. It combines a love story with a lot of cool action, great jokes, good humor. Stanley in a strip club.
Well, didn't he also drive a bus?
I think he was also, he was in there twice.
I swear he was in there twice to parody the Stanley cameos, which if it was, that would make sense.
Yeah, I believe I did read that they were in there twice. He was in there twice.
I'll have to check for it. I'm actually seeing it again tomorrow.
Nice. Who you seen it with?
I'm seeing it with a friend.
Cool. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Nice. Good times.
So, I guess we should give our overall rating.
Pretty much. Um, if I had to give it a rating, I would probably rate the movie at, I would say 9.5. I don't like to give a movie a perfect score, but this was a damn good movie. I give it a 9.5. If I'm even gonna lower it to a 9. I'm gonna say a 9 even, only because I felt the villain was a little weak. I wasn't a big. I like the joke of Francis and his name. He didn't seem all that threatening to me. He didn't seem like he was, built up enough to be a legitimate threat to Deadpool, and his powers were really ill-defined. So I really didn't like that character all that much, and also the lack of breaking the fourth wall to point out that the Stan Lee cameo was Stan Lee. I was kind of hoping he would do that. Um, but other than that, great movie. All kinds of good. The acting is great. The comedy is great. The action is great. Everything is great. Go see this movie. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right, pew.
I'd probably give this, I want to say an 8.5. Or can I say, I want to say 8.7. Because it does, and for me, it's not like a 9, but it's higher than an 8.5.
Okay.
Anyway, so I really like this movie. I liked all his jokes and stuff. I like the acting. I like I like all the directions they were going. I liked all the jokes. The only thing I would have liked to see more of, and I can understand why they didn't, because it's so short of a movie. But again, each scene, I felt like there wasn't any particular scenes that I felt like deliberately didn't work. Yeah, I just like to see more of Deadpool just being Deadpool. But yeah, overall it was pretty great. And the villain did seem kind of like, like whatever. And
yeah, like it just seemed like, and then I can understand why it's an issue, because it's hard to pick out a villain that works for Deadpool, that Fox has the rights to, that they're not saving to use for an X-Men movie. So I can understand why that could be hard to do.
Yeah, but he is like the appropriate villain for Deadpool anyway. So
yeah, it worked with what they did. It just, he didn't seem, like I said, he didn't seem like he was that much of a threat to Deadpool. Like Deadpool should have dispatched him more easily, and his powers were not well defined. It's like, okay, my nerve endings are dead, so I can't feel pain. Yet you can clearly also jump like 20 feet in the air and are clearly strong enough to throw like a lot of heavy shit around. So there's clearly more to your powers than you're explaining.
Yeah, so it was very simple, but it was still an incredibly enjoyable experience. So. Yeah.
All right, Mo, what do you think?
If I had to rate this, normally with how I go, I'd probably give it try it. Maybe wait for the DVD, because I don't think it's going to be everyone's cup of tea. I don't think it's the best film ever in the Marvels, in the X-Men universe, because it's not as good as, say, First Class or X-Men 2, or hell, even Days of Future Past.
That's a good movie.
But, however, it's still enjoyable, and it's still pretty fun. It's worth checking out. If you like it, you'll really like it. But if you don't, you're probably just going to hate it. So, yeah, it's worth checking out. I liked it. And I will say, I also have to give props, since everyone forgot her. I like the other villain, Angel Dust.
Oh, yeah.
She was cool also. Yeah, I did like that. I was a little confused. They only called her Angel in the movie, and that's a different character. But,
with her superhero film.
yes, that was cool. The only person who can effectively low blow Colossus, apparently. Props to Colossus, because that was just a great character.
Yeah, they did it right with Colossus, because they made him like comic Colossus, where he's big, he's bulky, he's Russian.
Yeah, I liked him because he reminded me of Zangief from Wreck-It Ralph.
He was so nice.
Come on, Deadpool. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
He was so nice. He was like, you could be a hero. You can do this. Like, he's just like the nicest like dude. He was like, hey, don't use mean language. He was almost like Russian, like Captain America in terms of PC-ness.
Yeah. And I like him in a point. You people think you wake up hero, you eat hero, you shower hero, you dress hero. No, only take 4 or 5 big hero moments to be hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like that. I thought they did a good job with him.
They did a great job with him.
So those are our final thoughts.
All right. So there we go. That's our thoughts on Deadpool. Like I said, still in theaters right now. Feel free to check it out. And of course, check out the DVD and Blu-ray when it comes out if you wanted to see the aforementioned extended version that will be a harder R than the theater version, possibly an NC-17. Careful with that one. But yeah, so check that out.
I'll probably be
And
released in, like they said, like October sometime.
probably enough, that's about right. And they've already confirmed they're making Deadpool 2, so keep your eye out for that. Spoiler, Cable's going to be in it.
Which I worry about that film. I really worry about Deadpool 2.
Why is that?
Deadpool 1, the reason it was so good is because eventually Fox was like, fine, go ahead and make your little movie, and had no involvement. Now it's made a shit ton of money and a profit, they're going to be hands-on.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that.
Let's just be happy we got this one.
Yeah, true. We got
That's what I'm saying.
something
I'm
good,
just happy we
and
got
that's a
this
good
one.
thing.
Anything else?
Yeah, I wasn't complaining, I was just saying they're going to fuck up the sequel.
I'm sure they
Probably.
will, but
Yeah. Alrighty, well, thank you two for joining me for this little look at Deadpool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And stay tuned a little later on tonight when we do our wrap-up episode for Scores No More with Anastasia Lazerbeam. And join us tomorrow to take a look at the hit Netflix Marvel series Daredevil.
Yay.
I'm James Phoenix. Till next time, keep those chimichangas hot.